Maryland sports fans, there's only one sports book in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sportsbook in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to betfredsports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Stop! Yeah! And if you don't like it, you better take your ass up to the Snooty Fox, because this is the loud spot! Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, right out of Oklahoma City. We are hanging out with the legendary, if you will, Marc Rizzo. What's up, man?
Hey, dude, how are you, man? It's good to be here. Thank you.
Dude, thank you for coming on the show. You have been very, very busy, it seems like, during the pandemic, and now it's like I looked you up on YouTube. You got music video after music video after music video with like different bands that you're in. And dude, how do you keep up with with remembering all the different songs and having time to do all these shoots and things like that, dude?
You know what, dude? Honestly, it's very easy. I just love playing music and I want to stay busy. I love writing. I love practicing. I love playing live. I love being on the road. I love being home playing and writing. So for me, this is just I'm doing what I love, man. And I just want to keep doing it.
How many current bands would you say you're in right now? Because you got Hail the Horns, right?
Yep.
Then you have Revenge Beast, which has a new music video that we're going to play. And then you have El Nino. Is there anything else that you're in?
And then my solo project, that's probably, what I do the most. It's what I consistently do all the time. So yeah, that's like 4 projects. Plus I got another project called Acoustic Vendetta. But that project we just do locally in my area around New Jersey, New York City.
I think it's pretty easy to keep a solo project because it's just you. Like,
I'm very fortunate and lucky that I'm able to go out on the road by myself and just play to a backing track and people seem to dig it. And I'm very lucky that promoters and clubs ask me back to do my solo gig because it makes touring affordable and just makes things so much easier for me to get out on the road and do my solo project.
Do you do the vocals on your solo project? Because I know you came out with some instrumentals, like 4 instrumental albums, but on this one, do you do vocals on it as well?
My stuff is mostly instrumental, but I do try to cater to the fans, and I always throw in some Soulfly songs, some Sepultura, Cavalier Conspiracy, and then Slayer and Metallica, a lot of classic metal stuff. So I kind of mix it with my instrumental stuff depending on the crowd.
Yeah, man. And let's talk about El Nino for a second. So you were like one of the original members of the band, and then you're back in with the band now. And there was like a hiatus where you were not with them, correct?
I mean, yeah, I basically left El Nino back in 2002, and then basically joined Soulfly, immediately. And then 18 years of my life just flew by on the road with Soulfly. It's really pretty incredible how fast the time went. But yeah, I was away from El Nino for a while, but during the pandemic, me and the guys, we basically reconnected. They hit me up a lot, asked how I was doing, and just one thing led to another. We first did a live feed, playing some of the songs off the first record, Revolution, and it went great, and it was great to catch up with everybody and hang out and do that live gig. And then it turned into, hey man, you want to make a new record with us? And I was like, sure, and the
Hell
vibe
yeah.
there. And I'm crazy about the new singer, Marcos. He's one of the best singers in metal. So just one thing led to another with the record. And then now I'm doing the tour with them in March and basically rejoin the band.
Dude, were fans like super fucking excited to find out that you were rejoining the band? Like, was that like a big, like, celebrational type moment when you finally made it public?
I'll tell you, it coincided with me leaving Soulfly, and there was more, I think, more attention and more excitement over me rejoining El Nino. It really blew my mind away, that fans were that excited for me for my return. So it was great, man. I've been getting nothing but love from the fans for the reuniting with El Nino, and I can't wait to get out there and tour and rock out for all the fans.
That's awesome. And we are going to mostly talk about your future stuff. Briefly want to explain, you were with Soulfly. There was looks like some, I don't know, bad blood, some beefing going on. Is that all in the past now? Is it like move forward, just get on past it?
Yeah, a little bit here, a little bit not, but it is what it is, man. It was a rough time during COVID. I talked about it already a lot. Honestly talked about it, nothing but honesty from my side. And it is what it is, but I'm glad it all went down, and I'm in a way better place, mentally, a lot more healthier for everything in my life, and I'm moving forward, and I know the fans, they all got my back in this situation, and we're moving forward, and this new El Nino record is going to represent all that excitement, and my new solo record, Revenge Beast. So everything's all good right now in my life.
Dude, I think a lot of people, like, generally speaking, even like just everyday, just non-musicians as well, I think during the height of the pandemic back in like March, April, May of 2020, I think everyone kind of lost a little bit of who they were. People were staying inside, not really socializing. I remember inviting friends over, and they're like, "No, man, I'm not coming over right now because of the COVID." And I was like, "Dude, just stop by, man. Just stay away if you want to." But I remember even going around people and being paranoid that I was going to get sick, even if they didn't look sick.
It was a crazy time, man. And some people had a very rough time. Some people obviously didn't survive, God bless them. And some people lost everything. And then some people, made out, some people prospered during the pandemic. I was not one of those people. I got back to doing blue collar work like I grew up doing, and I was very happy to have a job. I mean, I'm not complaining. I was very happy that a friend of mine offered me a job, and I got out there and hustled. And I think getting back to work and having to really hustle during the pandemic, it opened up my eyes to a lot of things in my life, especially the last 18 years of my life. So, I just was like, man, I'm moving forward with my life. This is it, So for me, the pandemic was definitely a career and life-changing experience for me. And man, I'm in a better place, man. Totally.
Yeah, there's something to say about getting out there and going to work. I mean, I had my own thing going on before COVID, and having to go back to work for somebody else really was kind of humbling, but it also made me feel better about just life in general. I just get out there and socialize again and being like in a work environment. Personally, mentally, it was healthy for me. So happy I did it. All right, so let's go on to we have two bands we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to play two different music videos from you. And the first one we want to play is Revenge Beast. And this song is called, is it Egregore? How do you say it?
Egregore, I believe. Yes.
Egregore? Okay.
I'm not good with spelling either, man.
I'm horrible.
Still, working on it. I look at the dictionary every day.
And this song, the music video just came out like a month ago or something like that.
I think that video dropped about a month ago. We had a great lyric video done by the incredible CNSY Pro, and they did a great job. And the video is awesome. We got another video dropping for another song from Revenge Beast, and Revenge Beast, dude, it speaks for itself, man. Everyone that has heard it, I think, has become big fans of the band because it's super heavy. It's just straight up old school death metal.
Yep.
We're just trying to be brutal and heavy, but the guitar playing, I'm definitely doing a lot of melodic leads that people may know me for. But you know what, man, the music speaks for itself. Whoever was bummed out about my leaving from Soulfly, check out Revenge Beast, and I promise you will not be bummed out anymore.
Dude, this song is sick. I'm going to talk about this song, talk about the band, then we're going to go on to Hail the Horns. Let's check it out right now. Here is Revenge Beast. Dude,
I mean,
that is so sick. I do got to say that Christine Sam
Yeah.
says, "Tell Mark he is my favorite guitarist with a heart."
She's my favorite person, so the feeling is mutual. She actually did that video there. So yeah, that's my girlfriend. She's very, very extremely talented and does all the video work for Revenge Beast and Hail the Horns. So yeah. But
so how did you get with Revenge Beast, man? Is that a singer you've worked with in the past? Or you knew to get this project started?
You know what, man? It's a funny story, man. So the guys from Revenge Beast, they're from Baltimore, Doug, Jay, and Brennan, and they had a band called Purgatory Earth that I produced. But even before I produced it, it's funny how I met these guys. I met these guys just hanging out after a Soulfly show. Anyone that knows me, whenever I was on tour with Soulfly, I was always hanging out with the fans, and just talking, and hanging out with everybody like I always do. I love hanging out with the fans and talking music. So I met these guys after the show, just at the bar hanging out, and we just started talking. And then one thing led to another. A month or two later, I was coming down to play a solo gig with their band Purgatory Earth. They booked me in Baltimore, and then from there they asked me to produce their band Purgatory Earth. So we did a record together that I love. And then it was like, man, we were home during, the pandemic and everybody was looking to do stuff. So I was like, man, let's start a band together.
Yeah.
So how Revenge Beast started, man, was just from being, bored at hell at home. And we just started sending tracks back and forth. And we did the whole record from home, and we're going to be releasing a new record, probably within a month or two.
I wish I could sing like that guy.
Dude, Jay,
I can't do that.
Yo, let me tell you, he's one of the best death metal growling singers. And not only is he one of the best at what he does, but he's also incredible with lyrics. Like if you really read into his lyrics, they're very thoughtful. He puts a lot of effort and time and thinking into his lyrics, which is really cool because I personally, I'm not really into lyrics, but when I read Jay's lyrics, like I get something out of it, man. So it's good stuff.
What I found interesting, and I had to look it up. I looked up what egregore meant because I didn't know. I said, "Is that even a word? Like that has to mean something." So I looked it up, and the meaning is an occult concept representing a distinct, non-physical entity that arises from a collective group of people. So that's like deep as fuck, like in itself. Like like who knows what that means? I never would have knew what that meant. Never heard that word before.
That's my singer Jay, man. He puts a lot of energy into writing his lyrics, man. So it's just a pleasure to be in a band with these guys and be working. Personal
question: do you dye your beard, or is it just that black?
It's wow. Oh, yeah, that's fine. It's that black, but I'm starting to get some grays, man.
I got a hella grays, dude. You're older than me. I'm like, I was looking at your pictures. I was like, that son of a bitch. He got to dye his beard.
I don't dye it at all, but I do. If it's a stressful day, I get more grays in, and I used to have the side chops, but they're starting to go real gray. So I've been asked to shave it.
See, those are the tough questions we ask on the show,
right?
Those are the tough ones. All right, Hail the Horns. Now, this band is it with God Size Records?
Yes, God Size Records has. They're going to put out our stuff as soon as we get some original stuff recorded. They've been Nick over at God Size has been a huge help with supporting the band and booking and all my projects really. And so Hail the Horns is basically it's a project with myself, Tony Campos from Static X, and our good friend Opus from Dead by Wednesday, and we're just a 3-piece. And basically it's just something that me and Tony, when we were in Soulfly together, we always talked about doing a project. We always worked great together. I love his bass playing and his vocals. So again, during the pandemic, we were like, man, let's try to do something, So first thing we did was record a Kiss cover for God of Thunder.
That's what we have, yeah.
Which is pretty funny because I'm not like the biggest Kiss fan. I have a lot of respect for them, but Tony and Opus are huge Kiss fans. So we did God of Thunder, and I think we did a great job with the song. I really dig it, and I think it basically, we are going to have originals, but we're definitely doing more covers for now. The next release we put out is going to be an original that we're working on. But when we get out there and we do shows, like we've been doing little mini tours for the last 2 months, and we've been going out and just playing a lot of cover songs from classic metal bands, rock bands, to even, we've been throwing in songs from all our back catalog, Soulfly stuff. We're going to probably throw in, maybe a Static X song eventually. So it's really just a fun, good time, hard rock metal band.
That's cool, man. You know, it's a cover song, but it obviously has your own touch to it, like big time, you know.
Absolutely. We definitely, I think, made it heavier. I definitely made it a little more shreddy. And Tony did an incredible job singing on it. I mean, I really didn't know exactly how great of a singer Tony was until we started doing this project. I always thought he was more of a death metal growl type singer, but no, man, he can sing and hit notes, man. So we plan on going in a pretty melodic direction eventually too with the originals.
Isn't it crazy your perception of somebody before you really get to know them? Like, even if you just meet someone, like how we're talking here, you know, and then you actually get to sit down and do a project with somebody, you really understand who they are as a person. And a lot of times it's not who you originally thought they would be or what they could do. So that's pretty cool, man. You also, did you do a show with the Misfits back there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So back in 2015, I was asked from Jerry Only, who lives very near, you know, I'm in New Jersey and I grew up basically in the same area that Jerry did. And basically they were looking for another guitar player. And Jerry asked me, we had a mutual friend and we connected and they asked me to join the band. So I did 2 songs I recorded with them. And then I did one Comic-Con convention out in Holland back in 2015. And I was going to continue doing the band full time, but it just, everything in my life just kind of got hectic between Soulfly and the Misfits. But I really do wish I would have moved forward with the Misfits, but you know, it's all good, man. I hope maybe in the future I can do something with Jerry again, because I'm the biggest Misfits fan and it was just an incredible.
That is so cool, especially playing and Sharon just said Misfits, and then Stacy's on here giving some love, and Anthony on here from a band called Saving Jackie. Anthony, I'm actually wearing your band shirt right now, by the way. shout out to them. As a metal player, though, doing punk music, was it, because Misfits, they're a different kind of punk, but was it like did you have to tone down how you played if you were going to stay with them, or they were just kind of rolling with whatever you were going to do?
You know what, man? I grew up on the Misfits. They were my favorite punk hardcore band of all time. I love the Misfits. You know, even though I'm into shred metal and technical stuff, I also love punk hardcore. You know, where I grew up, that was part of you know, the style of music that I would go see at shows and the bands I played with. You know, I mean, anyone that knows me knows I'm a huge fan of old school hardcore, especially the more punky stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, it was a pleasure, man. I loved every minute of playing with the Misfits. Jerry was so good to me, man. He's such a good dude. He treated me so good. And honestly, I was very close to leaving Soulfly back in 2015 to do the Misfits full time. And the only thing that really stopped me was just, I knew they were going to do the reunion eventually.
Right.
But you know, it is what it is, man. I'm very happy that the Misfits did the reunion, because they're one of my favorite bands of all time.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, dude. I love the Misfits. I love Soulfly. Your music that you got on here, that Revenge Beast song, dude, was fucking badass, man. Well, like, you gotta be like, it has a lot of energy behind it, you know?
Listen, you know, I mean, like I said, anyone who was bummed out about my leaving with Soulfly, listen, man, you know, what I brought to Soulfly, I'm now doing in Revenge Beast, and you'll totally understand, you know, once people get this new Revenge Beast record, you're going to totally get, you know, what my reasons were and everything.
Now, back to Hail the Horns. Do you guys plan on doing a U.S. tour anytime soon?
We're just doing like little mini tours here and there when Tony's available and I'm available and Opus. What we got coming up next is we're playing in Connecticut at the Toad's Place January 15th, which is Opus's annual birthday bash show. So that's going to be the next Hail the Horns show. And then we're going out to Montana at the end of the month to make up some shows that we had booked prior that were canceled due to COVID. And then hopefully we're talking about maybe getting over to Europe, you know. So Hail the Horns is definitely going to be a touring project when everybody's available.
Awesome. All right, let's check out God of Thunder by Hail the Horns. That was we originally were going to talk about, but I had all these other questions I want to ask you, man. So let's check out this song right now, God of Thunder by Hail the Horns. Here we go. Oops, hold on.
Right on.
There we go, man.
Yo.
So your two different bands that you're in have two different styles. I do got to give it. There's a bunch of people commenting on here. Kay Tyler says, "What's up?"
What's up?
Stacy Donna here. Everyone's on here, dude. How cool does it feel to like in your own right be a guitar player that's extremely well known and these awesome legendary type bands? The people that you get to know and associate with in your music, like, did you think this would be your life when you were younger growing up?
It was always my dream, to do music full time but every day's a hustle, man. It's not easy, and I'm still hustling, doing my thing and trying to get to the next level with all these projects and get everything off the ground and stuff. But I am very lucky, man. I'm very lucky for all the opportunities, all the bands I played in. I always took it very seriously, all the tours, all the records I made. So I'm very lucky, man.
Was there ever a time when you felt at first, like when you first started making music and started making money with music and going on these tours, like did it feel so surreal? And do you ever get used to that feeling of being on stage and rocking the house, man, like a sold out crowd? Does that ever lose its excitement? Never.
I don't care if I'm playing in front of 5 people, or if I'm playing in front of 5,000 or 50,000. To me, I'm just the happiest guy in the world when I get a guitar in my hand. When I'm playing guitar, for me, I'm on cloud 9, man. That's the end all be all, is going on stage and playing my guitar to the best of my ability and practicing and getting better. That's the number one payoff. And I take it very seriously, man. It's that's why every show I give 100%. I show up and I want to be prepared. I want to be in tune and know my stuff, because that's the most important thing to me, is putting on 100% of a performance
of a good show. Yeah, absolutely, man. Dude, thank you so much for coming on the show. Do you have merchandise for all these bands? I know El Nino has merch, but does Hail the Horns have merch? And
we all follow us on social media, and people can find the links for all the merch for all my different projects.
Right on. And merch, you got all your music on all the different platforms. You got music videos on YouTube, man. Hey, don't go anywhere. Stay right there. I want to thank you once again for coming on to the show, dude. I appreciate you coming on and spending some time with me on this Monday night, I guess, if you will. So I want to thank everyone that listens to The Loud Spot. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on all podcasting platforms as well, Apple, Spotify, Deezer, the whole 9 yards. We got a Patreon page, patreon.com/The Loud Spot. $3 really does help us out. I say it all the time. I'm not saying any $3, but come on, let's get $3 in every now and again. Hey, Mark, don't go anywhere. Stay right there till after the outro song. I got one more question for you after the show. Peace out, rock on, and much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by nothing short of tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Does nothing short of tragic have us back again? Does anything that's good really have to end? A pin post has a pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out, rock on, much.
Maryland sports fans, there's only one sports book in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sports book in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to betfredsports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.